Thank you for tuning in. My name is James Curtis Geist. I've been a history teacher for 20 plus years. I've been writing since 2016, and I have a bunch of books on Amazon. I love my coffee, and I love my Dr. Squatch cologne. So I'm going to be reading from two different books. This one is A Robot Ate My Homework. Couple quotes here. Painting is silent poetry, and poetry is painting that speaks. Poetry is the evidence of life. If your life is burning well, poetry is just the ash. Charles Bukowski said, "If I stop writing, I am dead, and that is the only way I will stop. Dead." So the first story that I will be reading is called Cold Bedroom. This is circa 1971 through 1985. I hated getting out of bed in the winter. My room was a plaster room painted in the color blue. The room was chilly, frigid, wintry, cold. Going from the shower to my bedroom, I learned to don my clothing quickly. When I came home from college, Dad said, "We had the furnace looked at by a repairman. The heating vent to your room from the furnace was closed. The repairman opened it." So many blue nights over 15 years in my blue room turning blue, especially painful the nights of fighting, shaking, nauseous, sweaty, cold spells of the flu in a cold room. All due to a closed vent which so easily was fixed with the turning of a wrench. The other story is called Collecting or Hoarding. This is 1974 through 1984. Coins, stamps, baseball cards, football cards, plastic molded Carvel ice cream baseball hats, beer cans. It is fun until it becomes obsessive. Searching for that one missing item is torturous. I always told myself I could make money selling my collections, making $200 from my cards, but spending $1,000 on all that stuff. As an adult, I tried to declutter at least once a year. The book, Clutter's Last Stand, inspires me. This includes perusing the bookshelves to donate books for the local library book fair. I have a hoarding gene that is in remission. Grateful that I'm able to let go of stuff is a spiritual victory indeed. And then my last story, it's a hooker story. Okay. This happened circa 1988, my senior year in college, and I went to an evangelical school. The Rockland painting crew gets a weekend job up in Albany, New York. The person who hired us rents out hotel rooms for us. His warehouse needs to be painted. Albany is the capital of New York and is a boring town with a building in the center that looks like a concrete egg, cut in half, that serves as a performing arts center. The crew meets the client at a bar Friday evening. At the time, I was a teetotaler, a non-drinker. As the evening progresses, the guy, sits next to me and hits on me to sleep with him at his place. I say no, trying to not get angry, trying to take it as a compliment, but it weirds me out. When I get to the room with my two other painting mates, a large woman enters the room and all the guys start hooting and hollering about getting some action from the local bar hooker. I grab the boss and tell him, "Look, either she goes or you can drop me off at the train station. The boss says, all right, guys, I'm taking her back to the bar. Some of the guys are disappointed, but I'm relieved. Preparing for ministry, I really don't want to see a live sex show. One of the guys says to the young woman in her early 20s as she's exiting the room, if you had stayed, who would have picked you up? Without blinking an eye, she says, my mother always picks me up at the hotel in the morning. So, God bless you all. God bless you, humans, the ETs. All my books are on Amazon. And thank you so much for listening.